Look at all this stuff here. Bloody hell. I'm just going to get this in a big box now, and then I'm going to throw it into the ocean. Sort of get rid of it that way, I think. Be a bit easier. There we are then, the Spitfire's in paint. And isn't it a beautiful shade of green? Look, it matches this cap. And this new t-shirt, which is pretty cool. Do you like this shirt as well? This is all the whole range of new merchandise available on the Tasty Classics website. The link is in the description. Go on there, buy loads of it, buy all of it. These shirts are really nice. And then if you do that, I can afford all the materials that I'm going to need in order to buff this car, because it needs a lot of buffing. It's okay, it's turned out well, but there's a fair bit of fallout. There's a few little spots here and there, which we're going to be able to get out. I'm 100% sure. I've done it before a million times. And as we saw in the last episode, you can just see there's a little ripple going along there, and one there, and a couple of other bits. But mainly, it does just need a good sort of, you know, buff all over, just to make it super special. It looks really, really good, but it's a little bit dull. I don't know if you can tell. I want it to be perfectly shiny and like glass. So we're going to get there with it. It's now Tuesday. I've got until Saturday before I can finish this, so I can get this final episode out to you on Sunday, which is when, hopefully it's Sunday now when you're watching it. It's so complicated. This is really difficult, you know, to work out all the days, and I've got to do this then, and I've got to do that then, I'll remember to do that bit there. I do need as well to completely rebuild the thing, which shouldn't be too bad. It's just going to be lots of cleaning bits, screwing stuff back in, that kind of stuff, you know. I am going to start today though with a little bit of painting. One day I should do like an entire car in metal cans, shouldn't I? This is a bit of an experiment. Okay. Leave that 15 minutes, come back, and I'm going to do that several times, and then the same thing with the lacquer in a spray can, and we'll see what they come out like. I've just given the interior a hoover, and I'm starting to work my way around problems. Now, the first problem is there's this weird seatbelt setup going on. Over here, this one looks functioning and absolutely fine, looks really good. That one there though, for some reason has been unbolted, and looks like it's been used as an anchor for a small boat. So it's attached by a bolt here and a bolt there, and then it comes off. And the interesting thing is, this was in the box of spares, which is another seat belt. So I'm going to unbolt this one and put that one in. And surely it doesn't get much simpler than that, and this is going to take mere seconds to achieve. So simple. 2-minute job. No worries at all. Oh, just thought as well, I wonder if that actually works in this socket. That'd be funny, wouldn't it, if I put it all together and it didn't. Okay. Yeah, it is the wrong one. Ah, fits in the drivers. Is the passengers different? Is this why it was never... Ah, passengers is different. That's why it was never changed. I don't think you can change that either, can you? How could I do that? I'll be back in a minute. Was that legal, what I just did? What else is different? It's like a key in a lock. Oh, much thinner. Okay, I think I'll have to order one of those online. Okay, for now though, don't try this at home, kids. Lovely. I'm just removing that because it was in my way. I don't want it there. What's the thing? I mean, that job's as good as done, isn't it? Surely. Okay, what's next? I've just been informed that a huge parcel full of amazing items to be bolted onto this Triumph Spitfire, and some big surprises in store. Some big surprises. There's 4 big surprises that are waiting to go on in the back of the Passat, but we'll do those soon. Totally against my better judgment, I've decided to start buffing this thing and to start getting... I just thought, is the lacquer going to be hard enough? And I just tried this bit here and it's perfect. So I'm going to do all my runs and stuff now, today. And the reason I'm going to do them now is because I don't want to sort of like put new parts on it if I'm going to be making loads of mess with the buffer. So I think a good thing to do would be to just get stuck straight into that. I'm going to show you me doing one, and then I'm going to do it to the rest of the car. It's going to be an all-day job, this. So as an example, we're going to do this run here, which goes along here. I'm trying to get a good angle so you can pick it up. It's quite difficult. Can you see it there? Ugh. And there's also this, there's just a little bit along here that isn't perfect. But just for the sake of a demonstration, I'm just going to show you this run here and how we would tackle that. You've got to remember as well, like, I'm not a body shop expert, but you know, you're listening to me, so it's as much on you as it is on me. Okay, this machine here has got a 2000 grit pad, which is super smooth and is like the one I used just before polishing, and it's also got an interference pad, so it's super soft and it will go around the contours of the body very nicely. But I'm not going to go straight into this, although I probably could and get, you know, fairly decent results, but I'm worried that if I use a power tool straight away, I might end up burning through stuff, so I'm not going to go there. This is much more delicate. This is an 800 grit 3M thing, disc. And what I'm going to do is just, see these big bits? I'm just going to make a start on those and take them down. And I'm going to try and find all of the run so I know where I'm polishing. It's like one of those, do you remember those like rubbing things that you did with like paper, and you went to a grid when you were a kid and you rubbed on the grid and then you took it back and the teacher gave you a gold star? It's kind of like that, but also kind of not. So I'm hoping now you can see that easier. You can really make out that that is the run that we're trying to get out, yeah? There's also a little bit of fallout there, which I might as well get while we're here. Nice, okay. So what I need to do is to rub this essentially until this squiggle goes, yeah? Until this curly whirly disappears. And there is other techniques doing this. This is just one. You could do the whole razor blade thing, which is really dangerous, and I do not recommend, because I've tried it before with disastrous consequences. And if you wanted to achieve a glass-like finish on the car, like I did with the Mini, you would be doing not this, but like a version of this over the entire car, which I'm not going to be far off doing. But yeah, you can make it a real mirror finish, you know. An interesting thing to observe as well is that if you've got an old car sat outside with knackered paintwork and you really want to get it gleaming, don't be afraid to sand it a bit first before you start polishing it, you know. Get a bit of 2000 on there, really sort of, really get into that paint and that lacquer, if it's got plenty of it left, you know. So now that that's starting to disappear, I'm going on to a 1000 and just going over the bits that I did. See, that one's now completely gone, that bit of fallout. And I'm just gonna carry on until we're pretty much gone. Oh, almost disappeared. You can still feel them, but they are very much starting to go. As I'm doing it as well, I'm trying to put the majority of the pressure of my fingertip on the run itself, not around the run, but on the run itself, because that's where the lacquer is going to be the highest, and you don't want to go through the lacquer. You want to really try and avoid burning through that lacquer, because then you're going to have big problems. Now you can see there that that is really starting to disappear. I can still feel it though, so I'm still going. Okay, tidy. Still a few little marks. Bloody hell, look at that. Look like I've been tossing off Casper the Friendly Ghost. Right, so I'm just gonna run the machine over this now. Now remember, this has got a 2000 on it, and you've got to be very, very gentle, but I'm gonna do essentially this sort of area here. Do with a little cloth just to be able to see what I'm doing better, but you can see that's almost gone, but I can still feel it and I can still see it if I look this way. So we're going to go a little bit further. I've just grabbed this is a 1200 because I'm not quite getting what I wanted out of that 2000. It's a little bit too soft. Now this is going to be very abrasive, so we're going to be very, very careful with this. Still see that line is still there, can you see it? Very nice. Now we'll switch back to the 2000. Very nice. Rotary just spins round, dual action. Goes round on a sort of cam, and it does that so it doesn't leave any swirl marks, which is the downfall of this, because this will leave swirl marks. So what you can do is go for this first to get the majority of the buffing done, because it will be much quicker, and then go over it afterwards with a D8. Allow me to demonstrate. You see all that splatter coming off? That is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this today and not when I've got all nice new shiny things being bolted onto the car. So if you can afford to wait. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, it's like a brand new one, but it's still a little bit dull. It could be shinier. Remove the sanding bits, attach my waffle pad. It's called a waffle pad because it's shaped like a waffle, and I've just washed this, so it's quite damp. There's quite a bit of moisture on there, which is no doubt gonna now transfer to everything that I'm wearing on the entire rest of the car. Okay. Oh yeah, far too wet. Look, that's well too wet, but it is what it is. It'll dry out as the day goes on. Okay, here we go. Oh, wowee. Look at that. Now, I don't know how well you can tell, but look at the sort of detail in that now. Amazing. That is polished up and it looks beautiful. There's still a couple of bits that, you know, could have done maybe a little bit more on, but it's good. I like it, really nice. Now, yeah, I'm super happy with that. That's amazing. That run has disappeared. It's good. You know, we're minus a run now. I've just got several other runs I need to take care of. And I think I'm going to get the tunes on. I'm going to kick back and I'm going to do the rest of the car as well. Let's make this a 10 out of 10 paint job, you know. God, it's nice. So that'll be me for today. I'm going to do it all and I'll show you afterwards. I've just been given these sort of last coat of lacquer, and yeah, in the sunshine this colour's a bit crazy, isn't it? I love it. So I'm looking forward to getting those bolted on. My back. It's about 5 o'clock. I've got myself a sort of 9 out of 10 paint job here. It's good. Do you want to have a look around it? This is the paint job of my dreams. I mean, all the marks on the bonnet have pretty much gone. All the bits of fallout, you know, that we had, and tissue and stuff, managed to get them all out by a couple of tiny little marks that you'd have to look for. I mean, it's just glorious. It's the finish like glass all over it. Absolutely stunning. I can't tell you how pleased I am with it. I mean, I'm in severe pain, but I'm pleased. You know, this glossy bonnet here, I mean boot, whatever it is. Yeah, all the run's gone. And the finish, as you can see, is pretty good. Yeah, mega pleased. What a thing, what a machine. I just got to put the bloody thing back together now, haven't I? Ah, really smart. I have thought about sort of getting a mezzanine floor in here, and then I could just move in, couldn't I, and sleep here. That'd be good, wouldn't it? So yeah, we're getting... Oh, forgot to demask in there. That's a job for another day inside there. Couple of things I could do before I go home. I want to do something else. I don't want to just buff the car today. I fancy another little job just before I go, because it's only like 5 o'clock. Granted, I've already been here for 8 hours and my arms and my back are going to explode, but let's get these finishing strips on. Don't know how well you can see these, but I've got 2 of these black metal things. I'm just going to give them a little wipe over now and then put some clips on them and then sort of stab them onto this thing here with a rubber mallet. Now there is some clips somewhere. Are these them? Oh yeah, these are them. Okay, so I guess you just... Oh my god, it really digs into the paint. Look at them, they've got like teeth on them. That's not one. That's one. They've got like teeth that just really dig in. Oh, I don't like it. Failing to prepare, preparing to fail. The problem I've got is that these are all door card clips, which is great because I've now got door card clips. However, I thought they were these, so I'm gonna have to order some from Rimmers tomorrow. What a pain. Thought I had enough. Okay, well I'll put 2 strips on tonight. Give them a... Okay, I'll get that in position. Yeah, happy? Oh, I've installed something. Look at that. That's done a real nice job of finishing. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Right, where's this one? Is 2 clips going to be enough for that? I don't think so, but let's have a go. Well, I guess I'm going to install one thing tonight, because I don't know, again, if you can see these. The lighting's awful here, because the sun's flying through the window. But yeah, these are all pitted and horrible, so I'm going to have to sand these back and give them a little gloss back. But that one's on. Gloss back, gloss black. I think I should probably go home. That would be for the best, wouldn't it? Everything here has got to go back on the car in the next 3 days. Dead easy. So this is a roof. That's not going back on it though. The one in that box there is going back on it, which I'll show you later. Exciting though, it's a surprise. And the other thing in that box as well is another surprise. Dead cool. Bumpers, trim bits. We've got a couple of new trim bits because the other ones were split. We've got some wipers, we've got more things, we've got new poppers, we've got window winders, we've got new headlights to go on. We've got all new seals, we've got number plate brackets, nuts and bolts that I just found and might come in handy. I didn't take them off anything. We've got Triumph Spitfire 1500 stickers. I don't know if I'm going to put those on or not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I've got a brake master cylinder replacement. I might do that when I do the engine episode. I might not do that yet. Chassis plates, more trim bits. The chair is back from Anna, and she's filled up all the foam, and she's put just touched it, it's got bloody black on it. And she's put this nice little patch on, which is a million times better than it was, and is just going to keep it sturdy and solid and all this good stuff. So it's a nice, honest repair for now, and for reasons that you'll see shortly, we're not going the whole hog with this interior just yet, and we'll discuss that when we see this. Got all these things to go back on, all that stuff to go on down there, lights, number plates, all that good trimmings. So where would you even begin with a monumental task like this? Well, it's a good question and I don't really know. I think the best thing to do is to just pick something up and fit it. You know what I mean? Just get straight stuck into it. Annoyingly though, a lot of the parts, like this bonnet seal, it's got loads of blue paint and stuff on it, so I'm gonna have to spend a bit of time cleaning things before they go back on, which is a little bit, ooh, gross. A little bit frustrating, but I've got to do that to essentially everything apart from all the brand new bits. A lot of work to do. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning because I've just been to pick up that table that was going free, and I thought it was pretty cool because it folds up. Okay, let's get this fitted. Bit of thinners on some tissue and give it a clean. Thinners works really well on rubber. I did the windscreen surround yesterday before I left, and just using a little bit of thinners carefully came up an absolute treat. I mean, look at that now, where all the blue was. How good! It's all gone. Okay, let's throw this on. Hey! Oh, jeez! Sorry. Oh, remind me to tighten that bolt as well. How's it go? Nice. God, car's flying back together. Where's the cloth? Still loads of polish left in there from yesterday. This is definitely the fun bit because you don't really get as dirty, you know, which does sort of wear thin after a while of having to go home and scrub the inside of your ears and your nose and all that sort of stuff every day. Very nice. Should we do these bonnet latches? I feel that might be a good shout because we're going to have to sort of do a bit more in terms of lining up the front end. Is that catching? No, it's just on a bit of weld at the bottom. Yeah, so maybe we should do that. Were these handed? Does anyone remember? I don't remember. How did they work? Did they just go through there? I think they did, didn't they? Cool. I'm going to be doing a fair few bits of metal stuff, so we might as well get some metal polish on the go and just give these things a quick see-and-see before they go on, do you know what I mean? Make it a bit nicer, a bit more pleasant. We're not going to win the Concours d'Italia with mucky bonnet lifter things, catches, latches. How's everybody enjoying this mini-series on the Spitfire before? I hope you all dislike it greatly because I don't really fancy doing it again for a long time, and I've got projects around my ears. But it's good to get this one done, and I'm really excited that now we've got some sunshine back in our lives, we get to enjoy it. It'd be fun, wouldn't it? Imagine. Look at that now. Super shiny and nice. So slot that through there in the closed position. Oh, this is so exciting. It's quite a rusty bolt, that. I don't know if I want to use it. I'm just going to see if I've got any other nuts and bolts. Now I know this should have screws and I'm putting bolts into it, but a nice shiny bolt is going to look so nice right there next to the nice shiny thing rather than some rusty screws. You know? If I was going for originality, I wouldn't have painted it a 2022 Peugeot colour, would I? Do you know what I mean? So chill out, yeah? Where's the machine? There it is. Oh, dynamite! Have I cut myself already? Joking, or what? There's no adjustment in these either, they only go on in one position, which is great news. Because there's so much adjustment on the front end of this car that it can get a little bit much, you know, a little bit confusing. Thank you to everyone on the social media as well that told me about these things. Now, these are the sort of adjusters for the bonnet and where the sort of lip meets and all this sort of good stuff. And I'm hoping that I put them in roughly the right place and that the latches are gonna like hold the bonnet into the right position. I asked on the old social media, the Facebook and the Instagram, for people's help, and they all got involved and told me and stuff. And if you want to do that as well, I put a lot of posts out on there, and you can just search Tasty Classics UK on Instagram or Facebook and find me, and occasionally help me with stuff like this. Brilliant. Okay, let's see if it works. So that's going down. Just monitor that bumper, is it okay? Yeah. Oh, nice, and oh yes, look at it pull it in there. Hasn't pulled it in there, but I think that's because it's a very old Triumph Spitfire. But yeah, mega. Okay, happy with that. Yeah, that one's really nice. I like that. Doesn't it look great with a couple of little bolts there? Looks like it's meant to be, you know. Nice little job, that one. Okay, what's next? Very happy with that. She looks great. Should we just swap these out then quick? How does it work? You just do that? Cool. These wipers definitely need a little sort of rub back and spray black, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to save that for when I do the inside of the bonnet. If I do the inside of the bonnet, because I'm not sure yet. Depends how many of you watch this, really. Because if it's not many, if it's less than 7 million that watch this video, I'm just going to sell the thing and move on to the next. Surely not. Surely not. Okay. Oh God. Let's try that again, but smarter. Okay. I'm only on like the third thing that I'm putting onto this car and I'm breaking stuff already. You remember when I said I didn't take these off because they felt a bit snappy? They just snapped. That one just snapped. So it's going to want new wiper bits. Yay! Fortunately though, they are available. I have seen them. It's just I don't like spending money. But I guess I'll have to. But we'll do that again in another episode. Because it's not raining. Doesn't matter. I can't. The problem is I can't use that plastic bit because it's completely different. Why? Why is my luck always like this? Okay, that goes one bit. Come on, just relieve yourself. Don't be in there anymore. Can I just sort of like nibble away at it instead of unbolting it? Good job, it's only plastic, isn't it? Come on, it's like the plastic and the metal have become one over the years. Why? We'll look back on this in years and laugh, won't we? Just changing the wipers on the Spitfire, darling. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Hey, bloody hell. That's just going to slot in there. Nice. Okay. Yeah. It's like brand new. The whole thing is like brand new. It's amazing. Why don't we do something fun for a change? Let's do the headlights. Do you remember how these went together? I don't. If you could do me a favour and just go back to episode 1, episode 2 for me on the Spitfire and just have a look how I took them off and then let me know, and then I'll be able to put them back together very quickly and easily. You've got to get these bits into those slots. Yeah, we'll go for that. We'll say that for now. That one doesn't want to go in because, there we go, because I've painted it. And then your spring goes on there, and then in there, and that does your adjustment. Now, remember, I'll show you the old headlights. Look at that. Isn't it all horrible? And it's just sad, isn't it? Look at it. And for the small price of about 54 quid off eBay. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Look at that crystal clear bad boy. Oh, look at the difference. Well worth it if you ask me, which you didn't. Okay, now I've got these bulbs from Halfords. Now let's do that. They only go in one way. It's very straightforward. And I've even got little side light things with these, which we're not going to use. And is that side light going to stop us putting it in, I wonder? I don't think so. That goes in there like so. We don't need that because, why don't we need it? Do we need it? Yeah, we do. Okay, let's put it on. Does the other one go on? No, the other one doesn't have one, so let's pretend this one doesn't have one either. Can't have it lopsided, it'll go down the road funny, won't it? Okay, and then this holds that in place, which I have cleaned up prior to our conversation here today. This is so exciting, look at that, it's amazing. Now this, where does it bolt through? It goes through there, and in that corner there. How am I going to get in there? Just want to see if it fits though. Oh, does it? Why? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh baby. Triumph Spitfire. That's just dust. Okay, so how do I get to those bolts? That's what everybody wants to know. What I'm going to do is put a little bit of tape across here just to stop it falling out, and then I'll lift the bonnet and I'll attach it from inside there, and then I'll do that one, and then I'll show you what it looks like. But instantly, I mean, what a facelift. I've still got to sort the bumper out. The bumper needs a good, I'm going to take it off and polish it and do all that good stuff, but what a facelift those headlights make. Super clear, crystal, gorgeous. Really, really nice things. And you could easily wire that LED up into this side light here, which again, might do in the next episode. And then you could have double side lights. That'd be pretty cool. It's blinking, look. Those headlights were the best decision I've ever made, I think. They look so, so nice. And I put the two corner things on, what are they, coppices, corner things, corner bits. I put those on, and yeah, I mean, sort of, how does it all line up? Not very well, but it's fine. It looks okay from your house. I just need that second pair of hands. Now that everything's built up, I've sort of got it somewhere where it's perfectly doable and showable, but I could do with it being a little bit nicer around the edges. So next time Rob's down here, I think we'll sort of spend an hour or so and just go through all of the adjustment, because it is full of adjustment everywhere. I think I counted the other day something like 24 bits of adjustment along the whole front end. Whew, that's a lot, but it's looking good for now, and it's back together. Oh yeah, killer. Right, what goes in there? I thought something went in there. That was where the bumper went. Was it just a, I don't know, something? Okay, next one. Oh, very nice. What should we do now? Should we go to the pub? Better get this finished first. Okay. I don't particularly like these plastic bits, but they're better than that ugly thing there. So I'm just gonna give them a clean and get them on. Just so you're aware that I'm aware. Very important, because no doubt someone's going to bring it up in the comments. I am aware that this, being a Triumph 1500, should have a big plastic thing on here. Splitter. Now you'll notice, those eagle-eyed viewers amongst you, that it hasn't got one. And the reason for that is because I haven't got one. It didn't come with one. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not that bothered. It's just a big old lump of plastic. So yeah, not too fussed. So I'll just carry on without it for now until it becomes a problem, you know, which it won't. Sat on my little cushion. It's lovely. New shirt. So I have some items in front of me. The last two bits of the puzzle: a number plate and this grill, which sits in there, something like that. I bought these off of the internet, and hopefully I'm going to screw these into them. Yes, I may. And they're going to hold that number plate on. How though? I don't know. There's two holes there. Is that there? I think that is. Oh yeah, let's slide it into those bits. Good in you. Oh. This is my favourite screwdriver. It's an old BMW screwdriver made by a company called Heiko. And it's got flathead on one side and a crosshead on the other. And they come in lots of cars. This is my favourite one though, and this is probably my, well, I've had quite a few of them, but they're very good. Because you can do everything with it. You can dismantle the whole car with that. Okay, so that's in. I painted the other side. I should have painted that side. Hang on. Just my luck that I bought two black screws, and I think one of the holes is going to go through this silver screw there. Does look, I need to measure that both sides. Let me just get my measuring stick. Yeah, 7. Okay, so we're well off the middle of the number plates. How does it look? Oh wow, like a real car. There we go. I really sort of made a meal out of that, didn't I? But yeah, we are sort of legal. Unbelievable, Jeff, but I did actually forget this green bit here. So I've just put that on as well, dead quick. But I did forget to put that on, but I saw it over there on the table and I thought, where does that go? Look at all these items. These connect to that thing there and to that thing there, and it makes an exhaust hanger, but you have to put these little collars in like so, and you have to use these for something. I don't know, but anyway, it looks pretty straightforward, just 4 bolts, and I'm using these Allen head ones because I've run out of every other type. Cool, let's get it on. It's on, but I'm going to be honest with you, it's a little bit of a disaster. Well, not a disaster, it's fine, it's on. Only one is holding it up, the other one isn't holding it up because I don't know why. It's just the exhaust is wrong, something's wrong, it's not right. The exhaust hanger is supposed to be where the exhaust tip is, but it's actually over here. So nothing works. It's fine, it's probably going to rub on the prop shaft and the car's going to explode. For some no doubt very important reason, there's lots of holes in this car, namely those 4 there, that one there that I've just plugged up, and this one here. And I've got my little grommet kit, and I'm just going to go and sort of fill them, because we don't want loads of water spraying into the boot, do we, as we're driving along. from the back wheel and just soaking everything in here. We don't want that, so I'm going to fill these in. And also that one there, now that's for an electric aerial, but there's no stereo. You don't need a stereo, just listen to the birds tweeting and the engine roaring. So I'm going to put a big bung on that as well, stop the water going inside there. Much more watertight, apart from that one there, because it's too fat, I can't get a bung in it, so I'll have to think of something else. Or maybe just leave it, who knows? Tasty truck's looking good, isn't it? I used that to pick up that table earlier. Love it. I need to do a video on it soon, because it's like, it's just, I just rag the knackers off it, man. I've got to do a service and there's just things that need doing, but it just does what it does. It always works, so I never bother. Okay, what shall I start with? Let's just do this bit. Nice. It's quite pitted, but it's shiny and it looks okay from your house. Sorry I didn't film putting this on the car, but I was bricking it the entire time, because obviously this is all very nice shiny paintwork and this is a very solid bit of metal that could be rubbing up against it. I'm trying to sort of hold it in place and do that. It's quite difficult, but I did it without marking anything, and it's on and it looks amazing. Pretty pleased. So I'm just going to undo this loom now and then reattach these wires, put that bung back in place. Yeah, there you go. Just easy, just like that. Lovely. And then yeah, I've got to put the rear lights on, put a boot seal on, a few jobs like that. It's really starting to look like a car, isn't it? I think putting number plates on is definitely one of my favourite sort of bits of the car restoration process. Maybe not even car restoration, even if you just like, you've got a car and you're giving it a wash, or you want to make it look a bit nicer and you put a new set of plates on. I find it very therapeutic. Nice set of number plates makes the world of difference, and for me doing this, it signifies that I'm getting towards the end of this mammoth task. So good, so good. This is a brand new boot seal. Another nice part of the restoration process is putting new seals on things. Let's give it a quick wipe. Got a bit of dust and stuff in there. Very nice. So, ooh, I think a bit more masking to take off. Is this the last bit of masking on the car? How exciting. The seal bit, the end bit, should roughly be at the front there, like so. Think of how quiet and refined this car's going to be now. Incredible stuff. And the good thing about these as well is they're like £7. Genuinely. You should just do it on all of your cars. Just go and put new seals on everything now, because it's so cheap. Even if it doesn't need them, just go and do it. Oh, that is borderline sexual. Look at this, we've got a bumper on and we've got this lovely seal. So good. How's it going to close now? Let's just take the tools out just in case we can never get it open again. That is proper job. Love it, love it, love it. I need to do these lights, but it doesn't sound like fun because I need to use my brain. And where the wires go, can't be bothered really. Can we do something else? I just went to put this door seal in and I've had to put the old one in because that's what the old one looks like, and that's what this one looks like, and this one stops there and the other one stopped there, so I don't know what it's for, but it's going in the spares pile. I've just had to spend another £77 with Rimmer Brothers. I'm getting a new door seal, a new wiper arm, and 2 of the A-post seals, which I forgot about. It's expensive, this game. You got any other games? Anything else we can play? I've just spent a bit of time polishing these windows up, because bizarrely they had a load of overspray on them. I don't know how that happened. Weird. But anyway, they look very nice and shiny and see-through. I've got to fit a couple of seals to down here, which I'm a little bit nervous about. Don't like scraper seals. Got a metal strip that runs along them, and if you bend it, you're knackered. Now the clips are already on this side, but they're not on that side, so I'm going to practice on this side, I think. And I think you just... Are they handed? Doesn't look like it. Do they go like that? Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, okay. See, it just feels like it's not gone in properly. I don't know though, we might be in there. Why does that want to pull itself in like? Stop it. Oh my god, what's it doing? It's just decapitating itself. Why are you doing that? Do you have to glue them as well? Surely not. But yeah, it's just pulling itself out. Ah, that clip's fallen off, that's why. Okay, send them all the way in. Everything's easy, isn't it, until it isn't. So, that clip has come off there. How do you get your hand in there though? It's impossible. How'd you do it? I can't. Oh my god, you can't possibly be serious. Yeah, maybe they are serious. I'll just put another one next to it. Whoops. I've got a tool. I've got the feeling that maybe because I've just put a load of thinners on this window, that the thinners are trying to grab the rubber. So let's just try and polish off the thinners with some super resin. And hopefully that'll help it sort of glide over it a bit easier. Looks nice though. Just don't use the windows, you'll be fine. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Stay down. Stay down. A little bit of glue on there. Oh, be sound. Okay, we have one installed, and I'll put a little tiny blob of tiger seal underneath this one tomorrow when I glue the interior together. That's cool though, and I think that scraper seal on the inside is good, so we don't need to worry about that one. Nice. It's going to look like a sieve, that, isn't it? At least it won't be on my side. This looks completely normal and an acceptable way of doing things, doesn't it? I've just had to go a little bit wild in the aisles with the tiger seal because this inner scraper seal isn't clipped on. I think it's glued on. So I've glued this one on. But that's cool, that's fine. Don't want these things to push it down though, which it's okay, it's okay. I might just try and lift it up a touch. And then we'll get this outer one, which is here, on tomorrow once all that's dried. Now I could carry on today, but getting towards 6 o'clock and I'm getting to that time of the evening where my hands have sort of stopped performing as well. I mean, like, I don't know if you can see my thumb there, but it doesn't look right, does it? So yeah, we've done really well though. I mean, the table of contents has gone right down. These are just empty packets. All this there's for another time. That scraper seal we're not going to use. Just got those to clean up, those to go on, but we're waiting for clips. Got those to do, this door capping to do, all the rivets to do, door handles and door cards and interior to glue on, the hood, rear lights, wing mirrors. Should be able to box that off in a day, I would have thought. Maybe 2 days, which is pretty good because that's how long I've got left. Hello, welcome to the 4,000th day on this car. I wasn't going to film this bit because it's a little bit fiddly. I need my concentration. But my genius solution to this problem was so genius that I had to show you. So this is a pick, and I have put a load of masking tape, which is sticky, around the bottom. A bit of putty or blue tack or something would have probably done equally as fine. And I put the clip, which needs to go up into this bit of metal, and I've dabbed a little bit of polish on there. And then I simply get that into the right place and pull it into position. And that is now exactly where I need it to be. So genius for me to put this scraper seal in, and the other scraper seal's in, and it's solid as a rock, and this is going to be great. And I fitted this lovely brand new seal because the parts came that I ordered yesterday, next day delivery. So efficient, thank you Rimmers. Okay, I need to do these other ones, which are going to be a little bit trickier because there's glass in the way, and then we'll put that on, and then we'll do something else. Yay, and we'll keep doing that until I'm driving off into the fucking sunset. Come on, you absolute pain in the arse. Do you ever get the feeling that something's been designed by one department and they hate the department that fits the things? I'm kind of getting that impression here. I mean, there's a million better ways to attach this seal, surely. Why they've gone for these really different, you know, even with the clips, if they put a tiny little hole in the middle of the clips, you could at least hold onto it with a hook and pull it away while you're putting that in. But no, that would be far too easy, wouldn't it? That took a month of Sundays and I don't want to play anymore. Just get a bit of polish on there, like these. Don't do that. Okay, we are cooking. We now have a sealed door. It's looking good. And this door has never been sealed in my ownership. When I got it, it was just a rattly, this was rattling all over it. And listen to that now, solid, because it's held with rubber on either side. Got rubber all around there. This car is going to be a joy to drive. I mean that. It's going to be a joy. There's marks everywhere though. God, Jesus. I think I might light a candle and go and do the back lights. Okay, I'll do that. I'll see you in half an hour. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? Still got the other one to do. Did you know that if you're doing 70 miles an hour and you stop, if you then do 72 miles an hour and stop, in exactly the same place that you would have stopped when you were doing 70 miles an hour, you'll still be doing 18 miles an hour as you go past. That difference of 2 miles an hour makes 18 miles an hour's difference. Crazy that, isn't it? My speed awareness course went well this morning, yeah, I just thought that was fascinating. I'll share it with you. Very swanky, very, very swanky indeed. Still waiting for the clips for these bits, annoyingly. These sill trim finishes, whatever they are. Still waiting for them. And I've put the mirrors on. I did that off camera again because I was having to drill holes in my nice fancy paintwork and it was scaring me. So I thought I'd do it without you watching me, making me nervous. Okay, what's next then? Well, I mean, let's have a look at this pile over here, come on. Come with me over here. What have we got? We could do with doing some riveting, couldn't we really? Once we've done the riveting, we're pretty much just looking at interior after that. You know, getting these poppers back on, and then it is just focusing purely on in here, which I'd rather do outside where it's a little bit lighter. Chassis plate goes there, poppers go on there. First though, I need to try and find my rivet gun. Yeah. Okay, so, oh, what a lovely fit. Have I got the right bit in there? Everything's coming up Millhouse. Quite excited for this bit. This is another good bit, you know. In one, in two, nice, Triumph Spitfire. Okay, don't know what this is, but we're going to put it on. Make sure we do it the right way around. Wicked. Just lay this workbench down here. Now we need to do 8 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's cool. Supply all this in kit form, as you can see, which is very good of them, isn't it? Oh, they're the poppers themselves. Don't think we need those. Hopefully the brand new roof will come with them. Right, no idea how that all goes together. That's your popper, and then these things come on and they go over it. How does it work? How do I understand you? I don't want to pop it in, but that's kind of how I imagine it would work. That's just, where's the hood? Where have I put the roof? There it is. These do not fit the old hood. Why aren't poppers all one size? Okay, you've twisted my arm. It's time for the first surprise. This is a green car, a green soft top, which means it requires a cream soft top. Soft top. Brand spanking new cream soft top. And I mean, as you can see, this thing is going to look spicy as hell, man. It's going to look like a serious thing. Why is there no windows in it? Oh no, there is, they're just covered back. Right, the poppers are there. We're putting these things in. And they just, oh no, they're the poppers. What are these then? Yeah, so these bits, these go here, and then these just, am I going to pop it in? Yeah, they pop in there like that. So I must need to rivet these onto the car. Why did I do that? I knew that was bad. This thing is going to look the absolute bee's knees. And what I'd love, I mean, I haven't quite got the money, unless these videos do incredibly well, which they won't. But if they do, you can buy a full, pretty much cream interior for like maybe 700 quid plus VAT, 800 quid plus VAT. And I just think it'd look incredible. Full, like, new cream interior would just make this thing, like, serious. Absolutely serious. Which is why I don't want to spend too much getting the seat done and, like, doing any other sort of fancy bits in there. I'd rather just sort of hang on. And maybe the new owner, if that's something that they wanted to do down the line, is a bit of cream interior. Because this, it's going to look the business. Right, I need to get these on the car. No, I thought I marked the paint then, but I didn't. Okay, that's on. Why did I do that? I didn't put the popper in. Stupid. Where's the drill? I need to pay attention. I never used to pay attention in school either, you know. Can you guess? Some sort of end cap thing goes on there. What? 1, 2, 3. What goes across there? Where's that going? There's a whole other part. Where did that go? The rivet, it's too much, the gap's too big, the rivet won't fit through. This is a problem. Just having a small crisis. I use a tiny nut and bolt. How can I fix that? How can I make it work? I hate rivets. This is not easy. Make it easier. I've finally got all 8 of these bloody poppers in. Oh, and it's taken me so long. Such a ball ache. Just the holes are too big for the rivets. Had to use like screws with the thing behind, but they had to be small enough heads so it wouldn't foul the poppers. And at one point I did think about crawling underneath the car and kicking the axle stands out, but I didn't. And that's the main thing, you know. I've got a small amount of time left of today, and I want to put a couple of seals on and a badge. I ordered a couple of these, and these A-post upper seal. Now, you glue these, allegedly, I can't remember which way, I think it's like that, it just sort of tucks in. I think it just sort of tucks in nicely like that. And you glue it along the back. And that sort of, I don't know, just does something. I don't know, makes it less windy or something. That sounds really good, doesn't it? So I'm going to do that on both sides. And I also want to get, using my Tiger Seal, which is the best for everything, finally get this bloody badge in the middle of the steering wheel. Which one's the middle? Which way does it go around? Is it like that? Nice. I really like these. These are really, really smart. I've closed this one now because the glue's drying, so I've just sort of like set it up there. But I mean, that's going to really just finishes it off so nicely. Just looks proper. Really, really good. And it's going to there's sort of like next to no wind noise, which is awesome. Does it go up a bit further maybe? Let's just get it up to sort of there. That'll do nicely. Yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. I like it. Let's do the other side. Just been debating putting these stickers on. Not sure really. What do you reckon? What do you think? I mean, it's, I don't know, it's kind of cool. They're black. They'd be sort of quite hard to spot. I mean, this is where they're supposed to go on these 1500s. I'm just going to do like a total eyeball of it, like they probably did in the factory. I can imagine. I've just wiped the dust off it because there's quite a lot of dust on this now. Okay. Gently. It's kind of like, I mean, you could have it, I mean, oh, I really like it there. People who like, you know, they get the measuring, oh, let's just make sure it's perfect from there and there. I guarantee that's how they did it in the factory. I don't think they would have gone, right, perfect, let's get that there. No two would have been the same. It's a sticker, it's a decal. I used to work for Volkswagen. I used to work for a large car manufacturer that was probably a lot more stricter on, you know, than stuff like this. And I watched them put badges and stickers and things on cars, you know, when they had an upgrade that the dealer would do, like a dealer upgrade, or, you know, if we were doing something on the boot, you know, like sometimes you had those decals that said Volkswagen and covered your boot so you didn't, you know, all this sort of stuff. That's how they did it. Just eyeballed it. Anyway, how's it going to look? At the start of this saga, I was using one of these to put the filler on this bonnet. Do you remember that? I do. Oh, it was a good decision. Oh, yeah, baby. That's proper smart, isn't it? Oh, magic. Looking great. It's a real car, this. Should we do the one on the boot? Let's have a look. So apparently this one goes sort of roughly there. Really, really smart. I like it a lot. Really smart. Triumph Spitfire. Cool, glad I did that. I think they look pretty cool. So how did we do over here today? Well, they can go over there. They're all spares. I've got these things to fit. Oh, actually, before I forget, it's a little bit wet. No, not wet, I suppose, just a bit tacky, but I've done those. It's got a load of pitting around the edge of that because it was really rusty, but not a lot I can do. They're pretty cool, they're pretty nice. I'll leave those there overnight and we'll stick them on tomorrow. And then we've got seats, interior. What's this? Oh, this is a gear lever knob, which we'll get on as well when we do the interior. And then I've got to sort the frame out on that, swap it over onto the amazing new roof. It's all very exciting, isn't it? Come on quite far, hasn't it? I like it. I'll see you in a few seconds. 1 day remaining, teams. We have 1 day remaining. Do you remember that off Scrap Heap Challenge? Scrap Heap Challenge, I think, is coming back, you know. I'd love to go on that one day. Do you remember Crichton? What was his name? Is it Robert Llewellyn? Something like that? Great, loved it. Brilliant TV. The early stuff, when health and safety wasn't too much of a issue, you know what I mean? It's interior day. Do you want to have a look? So that chair is sort of semi-ready to go in. These here, I can't for the life of me fathom where they go. I got these in a box with the car. These were never on the car. And the reason they were never on the car is probably because they just don't fit anywhere. They're completely the wrong shape for every bit of the car. They don't go up there or, you know, round there or anything. They just don't, they're just not right. So I don't know. But if you know, leave a comment, let me know. Go, you know, bottom right there for this, bottom left there for there, top right there for, you know, you get the idea. Over here, I've got the door cards now. I've given them a real big clean this morning, and I'm just going to give them a little bit of a leather paint just because they're very marked and stained and just, yeah, not very nice from years of sitting in storage. So I'm going to give them a go over. Same with these, got a brand new one over there to go on, got this one here to go on, these go on these bits here. This chair I've given a scrub, but again, it's very, very dirty and rough from sort of being sat for so long, so I'm going to get the leather paint on this once I've given it a bit of a sand back. These, I found these, again, they don't particularly fit anywhere. They just don't fit. I don't understand, you can't put them anywhere. So, I don't know, I'm just going to, I might leave those and new owner can figure it out. Badge is looking smart though, and should we do this quick job now? Let's just see if we can unscrew this. I feel like it unscrews. Oh yeah, unscrews, awesome. Now I'm replacing this because reverse is not there on a Spitfire. Now we're talking. I mean, this is a gorgeous matching leather gear shifter. Oh, and it fits as well. This is so good. Oh, I'm just absolutely made up with that. That looks so, so cool. Really starting to come together in here. Just using this machine here just to give the thing a bit of a rough up before I put the paint on it. Make it look super nice. As you can see, that one there just looks the business compared to this nasty old one here. I'm going to do this to the seats, do this to every other bit that I'm going to paint, and then, oh, better not do that first, actually, I need to wipe it clean. Racing ahead. They're just chilling out on 4 nice shiny silver things. Interesting. I'm going to turn my attention to this thing, partly because I'm going to need to paint bits of this metal thing, because I don't want to see how it's all rusty and stuff there. Don't want to chuck that back in the car when it'll take me 2 seconds to run a rattle can over it. But first, I've got to sort of take a few pictures of how this attaches, strip it all down, and then we've got to put this frame on the new thing. If you're also wondering what the noise is outside, I'm treating myself a little bit. I'm having the Passat done and the Discovery done, just because make them a bit nicer, you know? It's my version of a holiday. I'm sure this is going to be super easy and not at all a massive nightmare. We've got some bits. Now look, this one at the back here, there's a bit of metal which I'm going to have to take off, and I think I just grind these rivets back. That will come off, and then we glue and rivet it to the new roof. Sounds like fun. That's just poppers that go onto there, fine. These are its own little thing which goes into there, that's fine. This is all part of the mechanism, so I don't have to worry about any of that. Again, fine. I don't know if any of it attaches somewhere. I don't, anyway, worry about that when it's on the car. This down here is a little bit, I don't know, how does it all work? So you've got a couple of catches that go into this thing here and this rubber seal. And is that just glued underneath? When we go to this thing here, there's nothing there. It's just this big flap of animal skin. I don't know. Thankfully there's poppers in other places. What should we do? How should we go about this? I've never changed a soft top before. This is completely new to me. I feel like we should start at this bit, because this bit looks like the most simplest. Okay. Let me just put my safety squints on. Yeah, okay, I get it. How am I going to know where to put these? Is it just a guesswork? Style it again? Oh, cool. Oh. Doesn't this look nice? I'm just going to give this, I'm going to get rid of these. Will that one just pull out, I wonder? Oh yeah, very nice. I'm going to give this a sand down, and then I'm going to take it over to the spray booth on wheels and give it a bit of a paint. That's sanded and now cooking over on the paint booth in the sun, which is lovely. This bit. It's annoying that there's no measurements or anything. Didn't get any, it'd be nice if it was like, cut this bit here, glue this bit here, make sure 1 inch is over here and all that sort of stuff, but they don't. Now, is that on a popper or is that riveted on? So these little tabs here have just been riveted on, so I'll just relieve them of their position. And then we can drill them out later on. So I don't think it's anything to do with these screws here, because that's just the catches, so that's fine. But looking underneath, I can see a couple of rivets, and they're underneath this rubber, and I think the rivets go through the material onto this plate, and then this seal goes on top. The seal runs along this channel here, and I mean I'm just pulling it out, but it doesn't feel, that's fine, it's not doing any damage. But yeah, I can already see quite a lot of rivets. Okay. So I'll have to give that a clean up, but that's in really nice shape, so that's good. Hold on to that. Now you can see, look, 1, 2, all these rivets here, and they go in like a certain position, and I could probably, I mean, do I sort of work it out? Is this cut exactly the same as this, so I can work out, you know, measure that and then go, right, that's how much cloth I need to put over before I start riveting this on? Would you maybe cut this bit of roof off and put the frame on the car, bolt everything down, stretch it over, and then rivet it when it's on the car? I don't know. Is it worth a Google? Probably is. I nearly threw these away, but these, whoops, are instructions to fit the hood. And it says, remove the rubber seal from the front of the header rail, which we just did, and use a 1/8 drill. I'll use whatever I want, thanks. To drill out all the rivets that hold the front metal bits to the frame. And these straps. So let's do that then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nearly, 7, 8. It also says that this should take around 3 hours to do. Awesome. The first video goes out tonight. So like the big clock in the sky is counting down. Why can't, there you go. And then you unstick this bit. There's my device. Okay, so that's another one of those. Keep that there. Another one of those. We'll give those a quick rub down and paint. Just concerned at how tightly it's wrapped round. Am I going to be able to do this? I don't know. Just like I'm good with cars, but like stuff like this, it's not my wheelhouse. I suppose we've all got to try new stuff, haven't we? Which requires lots of This requires a lot more strength than I thought it would. Come on. Whoops, I ripped it. Oh God. Okay. I can see the frame. It did say that now the frame should be completely detached, and I'll save this because you never know when you might need a bit of window, you know, for something. Looks great in the sunshine, doesn't it? And I give that a few more coats out here along with that strip over there, and then while that dries I'm going to be doing some other stuff inside here, mainly those door caps, door cards, that kind of thing. I think I might be an interior trim expert. That's on there nicely, and I've done this bit of carpet, and look at that, how nice of a job is that? Lovely. Still don't know what goes there. It's none of those bits that I had before. Very, very stressful. That's a bit annoying as well, but there's not a lot I can do about that. It's kind of just, it's a big hole, isn't there, where the handbrake goes. Don't know what to do about it. That's possibly a job for Ben's trim or for the next owner. And yeah, this one's on as well. And I've done this one here. Super nice. Discovery's having a full hit. Oh my God, what are you doing? Alex's dog has just gone through one of my bin bags. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't stop, you know, you have to stop eating it. Come on, I need to put this away. It's not even my bin bag. Where's he got this bin bag from? Go and find him to retrieve his animal. Tidied that up. And he's disappeared. I've genuinely been thinking about getting a black lab recently. Oh, I've been looking at black lab puppies. I quite like one. Don't know if I'm quite ready yet. There's other things going on in my life, but I'd like one, and I would like one specifically so I could name it Rover. I think that would be, that's my dream, is to have a black lab called Rover that kind of looks like that. Right, these things, last coat's been on, they're looking really good. I think I'm just gonna sort of let that go off a little bit more, because the last thing I want is any black going on my new cream roof. So what I'm going to do now is get these door cards on and the rear trim bits, and then there's nothing else I can do apart from wheels and roof. These are door card clips, and as I sort of briefly mentioned, they kind of go in there like that. It just feels all sorts of wrong when they do though, but that's what they do. And then these bits sort of scoop underneath there, and I just, yeah, I kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't know. Do we think these are going to work? I was thinking of just putting a couple of holes through it and just sticking some fir trees in, but we'll give these a go first. Right, so those clips are about as much use as Anne Frank's drum kit. Now, I'm going to have to use fir trees. I just couldn't get them in. All the foam and everything has been sort of bonded to it, so I couldn't get them under, and they're too small, and when they do, they're not in the right place. Nightmare. These, just a trillion billion times easier. However, discovering exactly where they go, maybe not as easy, but hopefully these holes are pretty well lined up. Let's just sort of try a couple. So we'll do that one there, and we'll do the same one on the opposite side. And we'll just see how well these line up. Okay, right, I've got to remove that then, have I? Okay. Thankfully, the BMW screwdriver's here to save the day. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, so that's one. Look how fast these are to install. And they're about £4 off eBay for 1,000. Yeah, okay. Fitment wise, very, very British, but it's all good. It's all good. I'll put this one in and then I'll show you. Let's get this thing in. Oh, it's hardly being convertible. Okay. Got somewhere to sit again. Nice. I'd sooner take the engine out of the car than put the bloody seats in and out. Horrible job. This seat is now in. It took far too long, and it now doesn't want to sort of recline. I mean, this doesn't want to go forwards or backwards, which is annoying. This isn't doing anything, and it's designed to go up like that with a little latch on the back, but it's just not working. I've run out of patience with it though. I want to do something else. Might have another look at this tomorrow. This is a, if we've got more time, I'll have a look at it type thing. But I really do need to get this roof done. Can't wait to have a massive tidy up in here. I've got stuff and tools and bits everywhere. Okay, installation. The installation will commence at the rear of the car. Okay, with the frame up loosely, drape the new soft top over the framework. Do you want me to put the frame on the car and then put the soft top on the frame on the car? The first part of the installation is done on a bench. Okay, maybe not. Refit the rear frame rail. Refit the rear frame rail, easy for you to say, to the inside bottom flap on the rear window. This is initially glued around the rail, and 3 new metal replacement fasteners are riveted through the hood onto the rail. It's a pre-fit system, and not like it. We advise you to glue it first and then offer it up to the car. Right, let's give it a go. I'm so scared. Does this seem right to you though? Okay, where's the glue? Right, refit the rear frame. This is glued around with 3 new metal replacement fasteners riveted through the hood into the rail. Rail is properly centralised on the rear of the hood, slightly off centre. The preface of my lock line. Glue it first. Offer it up to the car. Right, so I'm going to bolt that back in place, allegedly. Starting to think that this bit shouldn't have been glued, but fuck up number 6,300, I don't know, in my life so far, 20 million. It says it wants some rivets going in there at some point, but we'll do that. We'll do that another time. Initially great, and it's very important that the rail is fully centralised. Rebolt to rear rail to the car. Rebolt to rear rail to the car. Rebolt to rear rail to the car, and with the frame with the frame closed clip on. Oh, with the frame closed. One man's struggle is another man's entertainment, isn't it? Should have done this before I put the seat in, of course. Disco there, getting some serious love. Perfect. I'm going to go home in that tonight, I think, just for fun, just to keep the axles greased. Right, so the frame's on, and it says something like, with the frame closed, clip on all the rear fasteners, which are these bits, I think, that go over here. Rebolt the rear fasteners and pull the hood evenly towards the front of the car. From inside the vehicle, clip the 2 bow straps around the 2 frame bows to hold the hood in position. Easy enough. Famous last words, maybe? Ah, does it mean closed as in roof closed, not closed as in closed together? Complicated stuff, this. Oh, is it taking shape? I mean, the first bit of good news there is that all the poppers fit. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good against the green. Right, I'm going in. See you later. Oh, it's like an Aston Martin or something, isn't it? The next task is to pull the hood taut over the frame and glue to the front header rail. It is advisable to have 2 people. Brilliant. I get it that we've got to sort of pull it taut, but it takes quite a lot of tension. If I glue it, it's going to pull it back on the glue. It's not going to make it any better. And then I've got to fold it back once it's glued in place, and then put the strips around there, and it's just going to fly off. I'm definitely not doing this right, but it might work. Other side. Just saying, if I mess it up, it was only 400 quid, wasn't it, you know? No going back there, is there? I've just realised what it wanted me to do. It wanted me to unclip everything from everywhere and unbolt the back thing and put the whole hood over the front of the car and then do it that way. It's too late for that now though, because I've already done that. Hasn't told me how to do any of this bunching up though. Just going to rivet it on, see what happens. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. I'll tidy that up at another point, but surely that's got to have to cut that out. Surely. There you go. That's better. If you're looking at me here and thinking, God, that looks fun, you're a psychopath. I'm telling you. I'm minutes away from losing my mind, but this is quite a nice convertible roof. Just take it. I'm just going to go and sit down for 5 minutes and just wait before I do anything else, just in case something goes wrong. I potentially got lucky there. I'm just going to leave it. Let the glue get a bit stiffer and just. It's awesome. It's really cool. I've got to put the rubber seal in. I've got a few things to do. It's just walk away. Walk away. I've still got the seal to fit around the front, but I mean that is a really nice taut roof, and it looks absolutely gorgeous on the car. Look at it. I mean, yeah, cream and green is just the ultimate, isn't it? Yeah, still a couple of little bits to do. I've got to rivet that round onto the beam there, which will sort of pull all that in there, but I've had enough of touching the roof for the moment. And then, yeah, I've got to get the seal, rubber seal on. But really, really smart. Looks the absolute business. This thing's going to look like a E-Type or something going down the road. Absolutely stunning. Look at it. I'm so impressed. I've done that. So nice. Still a few more jobs to do, but not loads. We are very close to having this thing boxed off. I got the clips for the trims, so I'm just going to put those on now. Nice, easy little job. Just get those on, and then that'll be the back end finished off. I've just changed that wiper, and these things are now on the car, so the back is looking finished. Oh man, it's so nice. I'm so pleased with everything. How does this work though? Because if that's supposed to go like, the window's supposed to sit inside there, but then if the window's all the way up, how do you open the door? Does it just flex that much? Can't be very good for the windows, surely. But for now, alas, the last day, second to last day, is over. One more day I've got on this car, which should be plenty. All I've got to do is a couple of little jobs, and then we're going to get out, we're going to take it for a spin, get it, hopefully if the weather's nice tomorrow, get it in the sunshine and get some nice shots of it, you know. That's all I want to do. I'm super proud of what I've achieved so far though. Hopefully you are. Let me know what you think in the comments. You know, do you like this? Do you like the cream roof? Do you like the green? Do you think it looks pretty cool? And yeah, I'll see you in a few seconds. So it's the next day, it's the last day. I'm absolutely devastated. Something disgusting, something horrible has like attached itself to the paint on the car, and I don't know what we're going to do about it. I'm going to try now to see if I can get it off. Rob, get off the fucking paint!
Oh, it's so nice!
What do you reckon?
Didn't know how well this paint was going to go down on the Classic, but oh man.
It's looking good, isn't it?
Absolutely. And that roof choice as well, that just completes it.
Nice cream interior would go down well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, I need to get Ben on that. He's already watching the second episode at home complaining that he's not done anything.
He's always got to find something to complain about. But no man, hats off to you, that is epic.
Cheers mate, appreciate it.
Real good job man.
So if you remember from the first episode, this car has a little bit of a finicky problem. The wheels, the brakes, they are difficult to turn. Almost like everything's seized, and it's the same all round on the car. It has got braided brake hoses on the front though, which is strange, isn't it? Because usually that would mean that you're not going to get a sort of collapsed line like you would in a traditional rubber hose. So what could be the issue then? Well, there's not loads of the braking system that could cause that. I mean, it's the same on like pressure on both sides. So you could have two seized calipers. I mean, crazier things have happened. It's not, I wouldn't imagine they'd both be sort of the same, but it's, you know, crazier things have happened. It might want a couple of calipers. However, if you follow the braking system back, you get to this thing here, which is the master cylinder. Now this doesn't have like a brake booster or anything like that. It just has this master cylinder. Your foot pushes on that piston, it forces the fluid down, and it makes the brake stop. It's the simplest braking system you can get, apart from the old go-karts with a lever which hit a bit of wood on the back wheel. That was probably the simplest. This is very old though. It's the original Girling one. It looks a million centuries old. And for posterity, I've sourced this replacement, which looks nothing like that, but is going to be new and hopefully work. Because I think that the issue is that that's holding pressure. So when I've pressed the brake pedal, it's not releasing the pressure. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. A way we can test that though is to undo this brake line. And if we undo this brake line and then these free up, then the pressure's been re-released and we know that that's our problem. We've now released that, so hopefully, just after giving that a little tap, it's now free. So could that just, you know, a little bit of maybe, and that was holding on before, I don't know. Either way, we're going to replace it. We're now all buttoned up with a new master cylinder. Rob's just reinstalling that because he took it off to get better access to the bolts. Going to fill it full of brake fluid. I've successfully cracked all of my nipples, and I got this as well because I saw it on Pole Barn Garage, which is one of my favourite YouTube channels. Dalton up there, I love watching him. And it's just a right angled bleeder thing, and it just makes life so much easier. And it was £1.99 off eBay.
Results.
Oh dear. Right then,
We have brakes.
all sorted. We're going to put the last big surprise of this Triumph mini-series on the car, which is the wheels. Come on!
This is going to make it now. I'm excited.
And then we're going to sort some cameras and stuff out, and we're going to go for a bit of a spin, maybe try and find a pub for a pint or something, you know.
You need to get your roof down.
Yeah, man. Under here is one of the more prouder projects of my life. Would you like to see it? I'm sure you would.
Got to say, by your standards, it's a good ag. She is a beautiful machine.
You know, I don't just turn out rough ones, do I? I mean, granted, 95% of them are rough ones, but sometimes we do a nice one.
Yeah. Look at that. Amazing. Beautiful. Love this colour. Those wheels as well.
So what do you think of the rims then, eh? They properly set the car off, don't they? I think they look absolutely superb. Real nice wheels. Much better than the originals, don't you think?
Yeah, but you've got one last job to do, pal.
What the hell is that?
This is a magnificent device called a torque wrench. And the only reason I bought this up...
Have you never watched this channel before?
Yeah, I have, and I've seen that scimitar video. So yeah, I'm going to do you a favour.
That's a fair comment, yeah. If you haven't watched the scimitar video, that wheel in particular did actually fall off on the road when we were driving it to Tamworth. Right then, what we'll do now is get it outside so we can see it for the first time in the daylight. Hang on. What the hell's that there? Popped up against the Passat. What's in this box? What could that possibly be? Why is it there? This is what a workshop looks like after 2 and a bit weeks of intense work and filming. Oh, big job to clean all that up, but I can't wait. And look what's in this box. What a dream. I just love a bit of show. I love a bit of chrome. I think this is going to finish it off nicely. Let's get it on. That was 150 quid. Fucking hell. We're at the pub. Briefly, can we just have a quick shout out to the Z4 camera car? As camera cars go, it's not bad. doing a good job at keeping up with the Triumph anyway, which is no mean feat because it's a sprightly old girl, isn't it?
She is, isn't she?
It's going really well round the roundabout before.
Pokey little machine for her age.
We're gonna leave it like this. Let's go and get a pint, man.
Yeah, man.
We've got ourselves a couple of these because we are absolute Nancy boys.
But we've earned it.
We have, and it's summer now, isn't it? So we're allowed.
Apparently.
Yeah. We'll have a pint afterwards.
I've got the roofs down anyway, so that makes it sunny.
Yeah.
It's got to be 10.
Main reason for the cider for me personally is that I'm going to drink 12 to 15 pints of San Miguel tonight, so I didn't want to start with a beer if I'm going to finish.
Yeah, get you.
You know what I mean?
Good logic, that.
It's good logic, isn't it? And we've got some chips. Oh, camera fell off the table then. And we've got some crisps.
Nice crisps.
Have you mixed both together?
Yeah, man. Just like launched it all in one bag, innit? It's easy.
Absolute renegade. We've got cheese and onion and prawn crisps in one bag. Love it. What do you think of the car?
She's a stunner, man. She is up there with the Mini.
Yeah, man. I like it.
Absolutely loving it. Wasn't sure that colour was going to work.
Me neither. It was
classic
dead risky. Dead risky.
But oh, what a result. That was proper nice colour choice.
There's a lot of people on the first video that were sort of like, no, you've got to do it blue, you've got to keep it original and all that sort of stuff. And I feel like there is a lot of those cars around, original ones. And I just don't want to do that. I just wanted that, something different, you know.
There was like 5 coats of paint on it, all different colours. What colour was original?
Yeah, when was it original? I think one of the massive things that stood out for me just driving it then though is how well it's driving. Consider it's been off the road for I think decades. This car, it's been off the road forever. Like it's just had work done on it at such a slow progress over the last sort of 20 years or so that it just drove so well.
1995 the last tax disc in the window was.
Yeah, which I've kept in the window. It's amazing.
Patina.
But it's just proper. It's a proper thing. It's so driving straight. Engine's got bags of power, man. Bags of power. That little 1500.
Turning heads everywhere. When we were in the petrol station, every person that drove in was filling their car was looking at it.
Nice, love that. And that lad took some photos and tagged us on the Instagram story.
What a result.
Which reminds me, if get on Facebook and Instagram, have a look and you can see when we're out and about doing all this sort of stuff. We put up a load of extra little bits.
A few snippets.
Yeah, a few snippets. And as well, you know, if you've enjoyed this whole series, because this has been a huge amount of work.
You're not joking.
My hand's dead, like I'm completely destroyed like by this car, and I'm looking forward to not being in that workshop for a couple of days.
It's green as well, man. You've got some serious cleaning up to do in that.
Yeah, the floor's pretty green.
Worse than me when I was like painting.
Yeah. But I wanted to paint the floor again this summer. So I'm going to do that. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be good. But yeah, man, that was real good blast out today. I've enjoyed that.
Yeah. So if you have enjoyed it, just do me a massive favour, because it's taken a lot to do. Hit that subscribe button. It's huge for me to just, if you get, I've got like 37,000 subscribers and I want 100,000. How do I get there? You know, what
buy more cars.
Buy more cars. Speaking of which, there's an auction ending for one at 5 o'clock today, which is ultimate, and I'm just dead excited for it. And that's going to be one of the next resurrections. But the next resurrection car, which I'm sure you're all eager to see, is a Sunbeam Talbot 90 that's been hiding in a shed for quite a long time. I'm
got your work out with that one, Paul.
Yeah,
really has.
That one's pretty goosed. But yeah, well, I'm looking forward to getting stuck into that. And then we've got a video on the P6, the Rover. Getting that engine going. Might have Rob's help for that as well, because we're going to might end up taking pistons out and stuff, but we'll see, whatever it needs.
If these chips are good enough that you've ordered, I'll come back. Give you a hand.
Nice. But look, listen, I don't think there's anything else to say. This has been a great little series. I've loved the car. I hope you've enjoyed some of these shots on the car. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. We're going to enjoy these pints and crisps and talk about cars.
Good job, man.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
See you later.